Hey, it's Jordan with TYT Network. I am here with Alex Law. I'll call him a Bernie-crat. He is running in New Jersey. He's one of the many wannabe congressional lawmakers who are running in the image of Bernie Sanders, a lot of the same principles and a lot of the same condemnation for business as usual. Alex is running in New Jersey, which he will begin to tell you is one of the most establishment Democrat states in the union. So he's up against it. And I wanted to talk to you, Alex. Tell me about your race, because I know as of recently, your challenger, your opponent, has been kind of giving off the impression he is endorsed by Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, so our campaign, which is in the 1st Congressional District in New Jersey, which is right across the bridge from Philadelphia, to give your viewers some idea of where we're located, has been a very exciting one because we've taken this model of spending less than $65,000 and pushed back against an opponent that spent over $1 million in such a successful way with our progressive values that he's now trying to claim that he's been endorsed by Bernie Sanders, which is just factually untrue. They've sent out tens of thousands of mail pieces with this on there, and it just simply is not true. And what he's referencing is Bernie Sanders' state chair personally endorsed Norcross, but did not endorse him on behalf of the campaign. As we know, Bernie Sanders has only endorsed 4 congressional candidates so far. So he is actively misleading voters to try to jump on to the progressive issues that we have been championing in this district. And this is something that I think is very important, that people are being misled, and something that really speaks to the national narrative of what's going on.
And your challenger, what's his first name?
Donald Norcross.
Donald Norcross. From everything I've read, he's one of these Democrats who claims the mantle of progressive, but takes a lot of big corporate money. A lot of the usual suspects fund him.
Further than that, he has voted with Republicans more than any Democrat from the state of New Jersey. On almost every single, he's a freshman congressman, on almost every single controversial bill since he's been in Congress, he's voted with Republicans, from the Keystone Pipeline to various defense acts to the Iran peace treaty to the refugee bill to the GMO Dark Act. Virtually every single big piece of legislation since he's been in Congress, he's voted with Republicans. And you're right, he has hundreds of corporate PACs that have contributed to him, many of which have financially benefited from his campaign.
And your model, you said about 65,000 you're playing with. Have you been getting a lot of single dollar, contributions like a Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, so we've had over 3,000 people contribute to our campaign, something that we're very excited about. Our average contribution is under $15. So tons of people are stepping forward to collectively say enough is enough to these special interests, and that's something that we're very proud of.
Now, you look at Tim Canova in Florida, who's going up against Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You, who's going up against a freshman congressman who's essentially a neoliberal, if you want to label him something. You're starting to see traction. We don't really have polls yet in some of these other places where real progressives are going up against the establishment. But what's the response you're getting? Because you look on the national level, Hillary Clinton is ahead of Bernie in New Jersey. So what's the mood like in New Jersey? I would think New Jersey voters who have languished under Chris Christie, the economy isn't doing so swell in Jersey, are hungry for real change.
Well, the problem with Bernie Sanders' campaign in New Jersey, it has not been very well organized, and I fully expect, unfortunately, that Hillary Clinton will win New Jersey. Certainly will win my district. Look, I hope Bernie Sanders does win, that they're able to get that done. But at this point, seeing the organization on the ground, I don't expect that to happen. But our campaign does very well with Hillary Clinton supporters as well. This is a district that has 174,000 Democrats. My opponent won his last election with only 18,000 votes. This is going to be a very, very close election. And quite honestly, we will probably get more votes than Bernie Sanders in our district.
Really? And in New Jersey, I mean, it's the sister to New York, even though they hate each other. What is the mood there? Because it seems to me odd that voters in a state like New Jersey, whose economy has kind of languished in job creation, taxes are very high in New Jersey. Chris Christie, I mean, he's helped corporations and big pension funds, but not so much working people would gravitate. I know what you're saying about organization, but is there just a disconnect where they're for someone like a Hillary Clinton?
Well, look, Chris Christie has worked very closely with my opponent, Donald Norcross, repeatedly, something that we constantly put pressure on Donald Norcross about. Because, as many of us believe, Chris Christie's been the worst governor ever to serve in the state of New Jersey. But the problem we have in New Jersey is a tremendous amount of political apathy with the pay-to-play corruption, with people like Chris Christie and the Norcrosses of the world, people who feel that it's very difficult to have substantive change. And that's what our campaign has been trying to address. Now, in North Jersey, very different climate than South Jersey, where I'm at, right across from New York, much more densely populated, a lot of different challenges up there. But down south, where I am, Camden County, Gloucester County, Burlington County, very different environment, very tightly controlled by a political machine. And the biggest issue for most people around here is how that political machine is raising their property taxes through this sort of political corruption. And we're really actively fighting against that.
And if you would say your big idea, if you were to be elected to Congress, a body that works half the time, and when they're working, they're not really doing anything, what can you do to really light a fire under the establishment's ass, so to speak?
Well, we're particularly sensitive to people not doing anything here in the first district, because this is the only district in the entire United States of America that has not had a single bill written by a representative of this district that's become a law in my entire lifetime. So we're very sensitive to that. And when I get there, we're going to, a lot of people have told us, hey, Alex, you can't do it with only $65,000. But we have thought about the problem of elections in a dramatically different way. We've combined this new age data targeting with old school politics, created this new model that is tremendously exciting and solving a huge problem. And those kind of problem solving skills, being strong in the logistics of problem solving, are what we're going to bring to Washington. Also, when we win this election, I'll be the youngest congressman elected since 1974, something that I think will give me a much larger soapbox than most freshman congressmen.
How old are you?
25.
Oh, wow. Jeez. You have more hair than me, too, so it's good. I'm about to be 30, so bravo to you. And,
Thank you.
Last question. Do you think, as a millennial, what has been awoken among the people with a Bernie Sanders, do you think that will continue regardless of whether he wins the nomination?
It will, if we can put in place systems like this campaign has been able to build. I worry that if we don't win here, if we can't prove this model and show folks all across the country how you don't have to be priced out of your democracy, that there is a way for you to run for things without going to rich people to ask for money or going to PACs and super PACs to ask for money, that you can do that. So as long as we put in place the kind of organization that is necessary for success, I think young people are going to continue to gravitate towards this, because we're realizing that with the data, with the social media, with the ability to organize that we have, if we have the understanding, the know-how, the systems in place, that we can do a tremendous amount of good in our government.
And shameless plug, where can people donate, find you?
Of course. We have more policy than anyone running for Congress anywhere in the country on our website, Alex Law, L-A-W, alexlawforcongress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, where I personally do a daily post every single day, facebook.com/AlexLawNJ, and same on Twitter, AlexLawNJ.
Cool. Thanks, Ben. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.